welcome back. So today we're going to be playing with some new stuff from Colourpop. I actually don't really know what compelled me to buy this collection because I know that it's not going to be like everyday wearable, but there was just something about it that was so pink. I like couldn't help myself. And so today we have the new Ooh Lala eyeshadow palette, and this is all, I thought that it was based on Mean Girls or something, but now that I look at the titles, I don't really know, maybe they couldn't get licensing for it or something, but I don't know, it seems kind of random. But anyway, these are the colors, and they are all kind of these bubblegum pinks and really pretty like champagnes and golds and things like that. And I also picked up a couple of lip products, actually a few lip products. So we have the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in Heart On, and it is this really deep, beautiful pink. Then we have Humble Pie. I love their Luxe lipsticks. These formulas are absolutely gorgeous. So we're not shying away from the pink today. We're going to be a Valentine's Day explosion on my face, I'm afraid. And then I also got what I think will probably end up being, you know, the most useful thing in here, which is just this super glossy lip. Ooh, I didn't know that it came with a brush on the end. And yeah, it's their ultra glossy lip in the shade Snow Day. So we are going to move in and start putting these things on my face. I already have my foundation on and my bronzer and basically my whole base. And just in case you are curious, I'm wearing the Dior Face and Body on my face. I have the Too Faced Banana Powder on and the just the regular Tarte Shape Tape underneath my eyes. And I don't know, I've just been like falling back in love with this. Now that it's not so hot outside, I don't need to pound on the powder to combat the humidity as much since it's nice and cool. And so I've been really enjoying kind of a lighter face of powder and getting back into that. Plus, you guys know I have a really sick, like, sweet spot for that, like, icky fake banana smell. I really like it. So let's go ahead, zoom in, and I am going to make an absolutely pink to death look on my eyeballs today, and we're going to have some fun. I really thought we were going to get relief from the earth movers by filming on the weekend. I waited to the weekend to film, but I can still hear them. I think that they're making up for lost time because we've had like 2 solid weeks of rain. The rain did back off for my wedding day though, which was fantastic. Being totally honest today, I am sitting down in an effort to cheer myself up. I've just been having a rough series of events since the wedding. Everything has just kind of come crashing down all at once, and this is the one constant in my life, so thank you guys. I'm not gonna bum you out with a bunch of details or anything, but I just want to thank you guys for coming and joining me and hanging out and letting me do this. It really does cheer me up. It really does kind of like bring me back down to earth. This is like my happy place, so thank you. So I have the Angel Eyes Primer on my eyes right now, and we are going to start in with a big fluffy brush here from Sigma, and I'm going to, I don't know, I think I want to just set this with, I'm going to use the PYT palette again so that we can just go into this huge base shade that I will never pan because it's so huge, and just set me primer. What better color palette to cheer myself up with than bubblegum pink? I honestly, I kind of want to challenge myself to make this wearable today. I don't really know how I'm going to do that. I mean, look at this. We've got 3 giant bright bubblegum pink colors. The shades here are Tickled, Soft Core, Poodle, Big Sugar, Opulent, Sandbar, Trove, Caddy, and Moonstruck. Honestly, Colourpop puts out releases so quickly that I don't really expect anybody to get super excited about a Colourpop release. I'm always actually surprised like how often they restock things, how often they put out releases. But like, to me, this is just kind of a fun, cheap thrill. I'm not mad that this isn't like the most wearable thing in the world. I just kind of wanted to play with it. I just think it seems fun, and Colourpop does a great job of making kind of high quality, cheap thrill makeup. We're gonna start with that same brush. I really like this brush. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40, and I'm gonna go into Soft Core. We're gonna ease into this. We're gonna just wade into this situation slowly, and so I'm going with this very comfort zone-y, kind of neutral mauve color. And I'm going to put that right here in our transition area. This is actually funny because, I mean, I said that it's like a neutral mauve, but it is pulling plenty pink on my eyeball right now. I think that it's really pretty, but I also don't think that we're going to get away with anything but like a Barbie eye look today. Maybe that's what I'll go for, is just kind of Barbie eyes. I mean, I could go like full gem. Like Leanne, have you guys watched Leanne's most recent, her like Halloween video where she made herself over into like an 80s workout video queen. It's freaking hilarious. I am in shock at how pink this is coming out on my skin. I know that everything turns pink on me, but like that doesn't look that pink in the pan. It looks almost, I don't know, like brown taupe. Not me, apparently not. So we did the live chat, and I think I'll do the live chat again on this video. What do you guys think about that? Because to be honest, I like putting videos out at 8 a.m. and just kind of getting them out there for everybody, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to wake up in time to be on the live chat. So like YouTube kind of made the whole premiere process so that the creator could be on the live chat with everybody, but I kind of felt like you guys were like, I don't really care, you know, if you're able to be here or not, it's just fun doing a live chat. So let me know. I'll do it on this video too. Everything's changing. Everything is changing right now. Everything is in flux. I'm like eager for the end of this year, but things just kind of aren't shaking out the way that, I don't know. I probably need to just kind of trust everything a little bit more. I always try and control everything too much. Thumbs up if you can relate. So that's pretty. It's already pretty. What the hell was that? Anyway, we are going to take a small brush, my favorite here, the Define Crease brush from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to dip it into Trove. She says very confidently. And I'm going to start building myself a little crease action here. We finished the show that I was talking about last week, the Haunting at Hill House. We watched it last night. Man, it really stuck with me. I will say, I'm not really sure about the ending. I liked it, I guess, but like I really hope that they don't do a second season because I feel like it would be really forced. But I mean, they're doing a second season of Big Little Lies, and we already know who the killer is, and you know, Stranger Things was, I was on the fence about that, but I kind of think some things are best left in their pure form. Nice encapsulation. I think the Pretty Little Liars probably could have been done after one season, but I watched all of them anyway. I didn't like clock it, but I think that this release might have come out on October 3rd, which is of course...
On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. It's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd. You know, the Mean Girls date, and so maybe that was kind of the point of this. So we're getting a really nice, I mean, as usual, Colourpop really makes beautiful formulas. Like if I can make these colors work on me, and the Zodiac palette was very similar. I'm gonna go back to the softcore here and just kind of blend up from there. Really big, comfortable mirror. I like that a lot. And then I'm gonna take Caddy right here because, you know, we only have 9 shades. Might as well try and pack as many of them on my face as we can, right? And I'm going to go like a little deeper just on the inside of the crease right here. Pure Barbie vibes. It's funny, I keep trying to reach back to the colors that I've already used, and it looks like I should have been using these 3 for what's on my eyes right now. Like, this looks so hot pink. I'm like terrified of what the actual hot pink is going to look like. Let's see here. So Big Sugar is this crazy satin pink, and then Opulent is very similar. It's the same texture, same finish, but it's got a little bit of a purple duochrome to it. And then Sandbar is just this matte kind of red pink. And then we also end up with some of these gold tones, which are going to become very useful towards the end. But I'm gonna grab this little stubby guy from Thrive, and I'm going to start on the outer corner with this really, really bright pink right here. I mean, it's like fluorescent. This is Sandbar. So I ordered my Ilia makeup that I'm actually really excited to test out. And I also ordered the Kosas Beauty, it's called a tinted oil foundation. I'm just really interested in trying a lot of these more natural finish beauty products. The older I get, the more when I wake up in the morning, I just want to throw on something really pretty and easy that looks like natural skin. And I know that's probably not as exciting to watch on my channel, but I think that I can't be the only person who kind of feels that way. I'm gonna take Big Sugar on our big fluffy brush right here, and that's the kind of iridescent pink that doesn't lean purple. And I'm just gonna kind of blend right above here. Sometimes we can get that blendability out of a satin without having to worry about whether, you know, we're really preserving the integrity of the shimmer, and it just adds a nice kind of blendability. And then I'll go in and kind of re-highlight the brow bone and stuff at the end. Now we're going to work onto the lid. I'm gonna go with Moonstruck right here. Going to kind of wipe my brush off just a little bit. I don't really think it matters that much. These kind of like satiny foily shadows, I don't love that like chunky foil that they have on Tickled right here. It does shift pink, which is really pretty, but I still just prefer a more predictable texture, a little bit more of the same size pigment. A lot of these palettes right now are putting these weird chunky foils in their palettes. The Beauty Counter one had one. The Volcano Goddess has them. Natasha Denona has some. Like, I don't know how I feel about them. They're really hard to use. So I'm gonna go in with that same brush and kind of build some gold here on the lid. Make like a nice heavy line of demarcation right there. And then we'll go in and blend that with kind of a gold pink, or even maybe Tickled. We'll find out. Moonstruck. Moonstruck is like my mom's favorite 80s movie. Leanne was asking everybody, what's your favorite 80s movie? She's like, you know, I mean that like there are a lot of, you know, quintessential movies that came out in the 80s, but like 80s movies, like, you know, that make you feel a vibe, not like a, you know, Pretty in Pink or something. And mine, of course, is Quicksilver. If you guys have ever seen Quicksilver, you know it's amazing. It is Kevin Bacon, and he loses all of his family's money in the stock market because he's a stockbroker. And this is all in like the first 10 minutes. And then with no transition whatsoever, absolutely no explanation, he, in the next scene, is a bike messenger. Like a bike courier in New York City. And it is hilarious. Like, there's just no... And there's this amazing scene where he and his ballerina girlfriend, like he does all of this like on his fixed gear bike. They do this big dance routine in his empty like loft apartment. It's incredible. You just have to see it. It's one of the best 80s movies of all time. Okay, so like I said, let's see, which one do we want to use to kind of transition between those two? I think I'm gonna go with Big Sugar again, kind of on the lid right there, and I'm going to do what we've done a little bit in the past, just take a little bit of it on a pencil brush. This is the pencil brush from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to just kind of blend that line. We did this, what? Did we do this with Gemini? I feel like we did this with Gemini. Gemini just blends for days. I will say that Colourpop shadows are a nice happy medium of really blendable and really pigmented. They do a great job of not getting everywhere, but they do stay a little bit more movable than a lot of shades. A lot of shadows, a lot of formulas. See how we were able to like achieve that gradient so easily? Boom. Easy squeezing. I'm not gonna say it looks good, but it's a nice gradient. All right, I'm going to take Trove, that original kind of deepest shade in the palette. I'm going to take that again on my little Makeup Geek Define Crease brush, and we're going to use it to, what? Define the crease. I'm going to take this big fat brush here, and I'm going to go into Softcore, the original kind of like palest shade that we used, and kind of blend out. Just diffuse this line a little bit. There really isn't very much product on my brush. I'm just using it to make the lines of demarcation just a little bit blurrier and a little more even. And then I'm going to take my pinky, I think, into Tickled right here, which I'm not like in love with this shade, but I think it'll make a really pretty inner corner highlight. My pinky is so clumsy. I just get stuff everywhere. And there's not a lot of pigment to that shade. And that low-key kind of frustrates me because I want it to be an inner corner highlight, not just this like glitter texture. It's gross. It's just kind of a gross texture. Do you guys ever have that like frustration with these kinds of shadows? It's really chunky and it like doesn't spread out in a pretty way on the skin. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to go underneath my lash line here with just a very similar kind of color palette. We're gonna go with Sandbar. I'm gonna spray that because that's gonna go everywhere. I freaking love this shade though. Like, you know, if you're gonna go ahead and decide to paint your eyes pink, you want to make sure that you've got one that just really, oops, well, I'll blend that in a second. I'm trying to talk too much while I'm doing stuff. One that really packs a stinking punch. I mean, don't back away, we're already here. All of my Barbie dream house eyeballs dreams are coming true right now. Whoa, I saw myself in the monitor. Ah. In fact, actually, I'm gonna use that wet brush because man, is that like picking the pigment up. And just really go back over that pink. I'm so sorry about the people behind my house. Look how cute. I think that is really cute. I mean, obviously, this is a look. This is like flamingo eyes, but I dig it still. Shut up! Is that really necessary? Okay, Moonstruck again on my damp brush. It's kind of damp. Hilarious, hilarious truck. So funny. Gonna take that same iridescent pink, Big Sugar. Big fan of Big Sugar because it does a good job of blending the gold into the pink of it all. But yeah, the only thing I don't like is that inner corner highlight. It's not working for me. It's too kind of blue. It shifts pink and blue. Not my favorite. So I think what's going to happen here is that I'm going to fill back in with like some highlight shade. I'm gonna go back actually into the NYX Ignite palette because I told you guys, I'm gonna like pan this color because it's like the best white I've ever used. And I'm going to re-highlight my brow bone a little bit. Clean everything up. I will say that these formulas make me look like I know what I'm doing. This is literally an earth mover with its arm out like this, just shaking dirt. Like, why? Dipping my big fat brush in that white and just kind of going back over my inner corner here. I'm really, really digging that, actually. I think that is a lot of fun. And I'm going to throw on some liner and gonna go shoot someone and we'll be back to talk about lips in a second. So this is so much fun. I really, really like this and I just checked out this palette is $12 and is still on the website, so not sold out yet. And the Luxe lipstick is $7, the glossy lip is $6, and the lippy pencil is $5 hairs. So I'm going to start with the lippy pencil here, and we're going to take this look from over the top to completely ridiculous. How's that sound? All right, so this is in the shade Heart On. So this is my first ever Colourpop lip liner, and while it's absolutely beautiful and super smooth and creamy, I did recently watch Tati's video where she weeded out all of her lip liner collection, and she said, do not be fooled, their lip liners dry out really fast. So I'll have to follow up with you guys and let you know how that goes, but you know, first blush, it's pretty nice. So now we have the shade Humble Pie, and it is a gorgeous bright pink shade. I was scared that this was going to feel very clowny because it just feels like face paint when it's these colors. but I still think that this is really fun. And I think that what makes these colors really fun is that the formulations are so good. I think that you would get really frustrated working with shades that were this bright and this contrasty if they were bad formulas. It would take a very fun palette and make it something really annoying and really unnecessary. But the fact that these eyeshadows and these like lip products so far are just so easy and creamy to work with. Like the fact that that bright pink eyeshadow went exactly where I wanted it, dry, wet, any brush I wanted, is so unfrustrating. It just puts the fun in this process. Like you could very easily lose the fun in this very, very quickly. Actually, I want to try their new foundation stick because I was so utterly disappointed with their liquid foundation. But I want to believe. I want to believe in Colourpop because they do such a remarkably good job of making affordable products that perform really, really well. So last step here is to just throw this lip gloss on. Again, this is in Snow Day. Ooh, they smell good. Ooh la la, one might say. It does obviously pick up the lipstick because this is not a like dry down matte lipstick, but I just want to add that healthy glossy texture to it. So let's give this one spritz here. So just me, or is this like way more fun than I thought it was going to be? When I ordered this palette, I was like, $12. It's something fun that Colourpop put out. It'll make for a fun look for a video, but I always forget what a pleasure it is to work with their formulas. They do such a beautiful, beautiful job. You guys know it takes a nice shadow formula to make me look like I know what I'm doing, and I think that this made me look like I knew what I was doing, so that's awesome. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope this was fun, just to kick off on a Monday, just a really fun eye look. We're getting close to Halloween, so you can go ahead and scrape this into the Halloween bucket. It's definitely a Barbie look if I were going for like Malibu Barbie dream house status. So yeah, this is one of my many alter egos, I guess. So if you guys enjoyed this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, guys, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. I make videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. Central Time is when they come out, so make sure that you are here to join me for the releases. And I will keep, unless you guys have some like, huge objection to it, let me know. But I'll go ahead and just put everything in premiere mode going forward so that we can have the live chat even if I'm not available for it, if that's okay with you guys. I'll try to be available for it, but sometimes I'm just not. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you. I hope you have a fantastic week.